So let's start seated. Closing your eyes and taking your attention into your breath, into feeling in your body. So the theme for today's class is hips and shoulders. We're going to work on opening those up, stretching them. So as we're doing this work, really paying attention to the limitations in your body, not forcing yourself to be in the pose more than your body is capable of relaxing into. Our body should be relaxed in our practice. And open your eyes. Do alternate nostril breathing using the right hand. Pull down the first two fingers. And using the thumb and your ring finger, close your right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Long, strong inhale. Hold both nostrils shut. Relax your shoulders. Exhale through your right nostril, getting completely empty. Inhale through the right nostril, strong, filling up. Hold both nostrils shut. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Filling up, holding, shutting both nostrils. Relax your shoulders. So the basic formula is inhale, filling up, holding your breath for as long as it's interesting, so it's kind of a long time. And then exhale through the left nostril. Getting completely empty. And then once you're empty, inhaling strongly, filling up. It's about a 4 count. So it's really holding the breath, shutting both nostrils. Relax your shoulders in. And exhale through the right. Getting completely empty. So exhale a little bit past where you normally feel comfortable. And then inhale strongly. Fill up, spreading your ribs to the side. It's a very strong, powerful, expansive inhale. Inhaling through the right nostril. Close both nostrils. So a couple of things is not swallowing while you're holding your nose shut, because it builds up pressure in your ears. So if you need to swallow, let one of your nostrils go open. And then exhale to the left. Inhale to the left. Hold both nostrils shut. And exhale to the right. Get completely empty. Once you finish that exhale, bring your hand down, taking deep Ujjayi breath. Open your eyes, uncross your legs, and bring the soles of your feet together into Baddha Konasana. Right hand out to the right, left hand on your mid-left thigh for hip opening. Hanging your head, relax your neck. Feel the stretch in your hips and feel your breath. Feel if you're getting those into the same space in your mind and in your body. Have your toes flexed back, because your feet are actually part of this pose. It's not just the left hip, it's our whole body that's doing the pose. Flexing the toes back helps to remind us of that. And twisting on exhale, bringing your left shoulder in the direction of your right knee. Extend out to the torso and relax your neck. On your next inhale, come back to center. And begin exhaling, lean over to the other side. So Charlotte, feel for lifting your torso up away from your right hip, and then leaning, so you're kind of going up and over. Have your elbows straight on your right arm, so you're using leverage to stretch your right hip and thigh. Keeping your right arm straight, twist your torso, and then lean it out in the direction of your left thigh. Hang your head and relax your neck. Feel for keeping the right sit bone on the floor as you're leaning over to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Bring your hands on the outside of your knees, bring your knees together, straighten your legs. Wobble your feet back and forth, release the hips. Bring your hands into Namaste, not using your hands to bring your feet into shoelace. So I'm mirroring you, so put your right foot on top of your left knee. Have your shins lined up, one on top of each other. So bring it in as far as you can. If you need your hands to kind of pull it in the last part, use your hands. Not leaving. And then slowly come forward a little. Walk your hands forward. Feel your hips. So instead of just like, I'm pretty flexible, I can just fall forward. But I miss everything that leads me into the pose. So come forward, and as you're coming forward, feel the stretch. And as soon as, when you listen to your body, at some point your body will say, wait a minute. Like it's not fully prepared for the stretch. When your body says that, wait. Don't just flop into the pose. And if you give your body time, it will relax, and then you'll be able to go deeper into the pose. Or not. Maybe this is your limit for today, or this week, or this year. But with time, your body will relax. You will gain more flexibility. Most of the times when I've gotten injured in my yoga practice is when I forced myself to do something my body wasn't prepared for. I've never gotten injured just laying around. Nope. If you have the flexibility for it, bring your hands around underneath your feet. So bring your arms under your feet. From the front. Lean forward. Arms in front of your feet and then under, and reach back towards your buttocks. And then inhale, sit up. And come up part way, hooking your elbows over your shins for 3 rounds of Uddiyana. Exhaling everything out, tuck your chin to your chest. Pull your belly in and up. Lift your chest up, but not your chin. Relax your belly. Inhale. And exhale. We're working on lengthening the low back from behind the belly by pulling the front of the torso forward. And relax your belly. Inhale. And strongly exhale. And relax your belly. Inhale. Walk your hands around to your right. As far as you can. So just keep walking them around. Keep your left sit bone down on the floor. Inhale. Come back to center. Walking your hands out in front. And come to your left. Breathing as you move. Walking your hands as far behind you to the left as you can. Inhale back to center. Walking your hands back. It's classical spinal twist. Bring your right foot up over your left knee. Right arm behind you on the floor. The left hand either hooks around the front of your right knee or elbow hooks over your knee. So right hand behind you on the floor. Other right hand. Have your right foot flat on the floor and it's pressing down on the floor. And you're using that press of the right foot to get your right hips down, right sit bone down. Inhale back to center. Bring your right foot forward into pigeon. Left foot back. Squaring up your hips, have your shin, your right shin is parallel to the front of your mat as you feel no pressure or torque in your right knee. Look behind you, making sure that your left leg is straight, left ankle is straight. And slowly walking your hands forward. And coming up slightly, so sitting up, sit on your right hip. You can, if you need to, you can bend your left knee a little bit and bring your front shin parallel to the front of the mat. So you're sitting on your right hip, so sit all the way on your right hip. Yes, there you go. And you can keep your left leg straight. I don't think we need to bend it. We're coming into twisting pigeon. You're going to hook either your elbow, your right elbow, or your armpit over your foot. So right elbow over your right foot. Make a fist out of your right hand, left hand goes on top. So a few things are happening here. There's extension back through your left leg. So this helps to pin your pelvis down. And then from that being pinned, lengthen out through your torso. From your navel all the way out through your collarbones. Using the leverage of your hands to pull your chest forward, away from your pelvis, lengthening out to the front of the torso. So there's a few things you can do here. If you want to relax and get deeper into the pose, you can lay your head in your right hand and bring your left arm behind your back and grab your right thigh, rolling your chest open. Lengthen back to the left leg. So if you have a firm grasp of your right thigh, you can do the next part of this pose. If not, if you're not grabbing that, to stay here. So this is just working a little bit deeper. So you're going to hold on to your right thigh and sit up, bringing your left leg forward. You can hold that with your right hand and the right foot. It's out kind of at, not against the side, it's more like this. Your right foot. Look at my right leg. Move your right foot away from your left leg. Yeah, more. Yeah, and then straighten your shin. This move. There you go. And sit up. And then come back down. And release your twisting pigeon. Coming into shoulder stretch on the belly. So the right leg is going to come out to the right, so it swings around. And right arm under your chest. Reaching to the left. So right knee is bent. If you need some padding under your right knee, put some padding under there. And you can limit how much the stretch goes into your right shoulder by placing something under your forehead. shoulder down. That's the one you're holding yourself up with. Yeah, so put something on your forehead to keep from going so far down into the pose. Yeah. Belly pulls in slightly, tailbone presses down towards the floor. This can help with the low back if your low back is feeling some pressure. By pulling the belly in, tucking the tailbone down. Those who have the flexibility can bend your back leg, grab your ankle and pull your heel towards your buttocks. If you can't reach your foot, just keep your foot on the floor. Reach back through your left thigh, feeling for extending and lifting your left thigh off the floor as you pull your left foot towards your buttocks. And then release your ankle. Unwind your left arm. So lift yourself up, or unwind your right arm. And come into spinal twist. Bring your left arm under you. Straighten your right leg out in the direction of your left arm and grab your leg. So both legs, spinal twist, both legs straight. So if you can grab your right leg with your left hand, do that. Feeling for extending out through all your four limbs. So left arm reaches to the left. So you're grabbing that right foot. Right arm extends out to the right. And then reach down to your left leg. Forward fold over your right leg. Reach over and grab your right leg with both hands. So you're looking at your right foot. Curl your left toes under. So they're hooked on the mat. Yep. Then extend out through both legs. You're extending out through your left leg, your right leg. Sometimes you can reach your block, you can put that under the side of your head. It's just a little bit more relaxing. And then look over this direction for a second. So from here, we're going to keep that right leg out and then come up. Walking that right leg right in front of you. Hips, there's a half splits, so the right foot's flat on the floor, you're bending forward. If you need to hold yourself with a block, that's good. You don't need to come all the way down, but I would like you to keep that front leg straight. Feel your breath and feel the stretch. And then inhale, bend your right knee, coming forward into lunge. And if you I do want you to grab your block. Put your block on your left hand. Lunge forward, have your right hand on your right thigh. So you're lunging forward, at the same time pushing your torso back away from your right thigh as you're lunging forward. So you're opening that front hip on the left. Toes lifted on the right foot. Move the block a little bit more to the left. And if you can, lean to your left, reach back and grab your ankle, your left ankle with your right hand. Left ankle, right hand. And then gently release. Come back into Virasana. So the right knee is bent. And now you got the other foot forward. And roll the right, see left knee yet? Left knee is bent. And slowly laying back. But only come back slowly. And lift, the favorite thing, lift your left toes off the floor. So that you're pressing the top of your left foot down, not your toes. So you're pressing that down in order to get some space in your left knee. So if you just lay back, everything squishes. The knees joint gets a lot of compression. But if you push down through the left foot, it helps to make space. It pushes the knee joint open. Inhale, come out. Take your foot, your left leg, and bring it over the right. Knee pile. One knee on top of the other. So your left knee is on top of your right knee. Yeah. If this feels uncomfortable for your right leg, like it hyperextends your knee, you can put your hand, your left hand behind, your right hand behind your knee, and that gives that knee a little support from behind. And then lean forward. And then inhale, come out. Bring your knee wide. Your left knee really wide. And twist your torso so that you're facing straight forward from your pelvis. And bring your left arm behind your back. And grab your pants, grab your waistline, grab your thigh, grab hold of something. Reach over the right hand and grab your left knee. And lean to the right. And lean back into your left arm. Keep holding on to your left knee. Release your right arm. Your little, what's arm is that? Left arm from behind your back. And bring your left arm up towards the ceiling, reaching over your head in the direction of your right leg, coming into a side bend. Now you can put your hand behind your neck. If that's good for your shoulders, helps to lift the chest up. Pressing your head back into your hand. And then inhale, pull yourself up. And bring your left foot up flat on the floor. Reach forward with your left hand. If you can grab your foot, that's great. If you can't, put your hand behind your calf. Press down on your calf on your left hand. If you can grab around your foot, flex your right foot back, grab over as far as you can. And then push out through your right foot so you're increasing the stretch. So you're using that right leg. So watch for a second up here. So it's this action. So your foot is lifting up. Put your heel down. Now push out through the ball of the foot as you hold on to the foot. So what I'm doing here is using the foot and the leg to increase the stretch in the torso.
When I point, it makes it come off the ground.
Put your heel down. Yeah? No. Push to the ball of the foot. Push, push, push. That's fine. The heel comes off. That's okay. I just want to use the foot, the strength of the leg, to help increase the stretch to the low back, the back of the torso. So then once you're forward, we're going to do shin-bound forward fold. So this left arm comes around the front of your shin, and then hands clasped behind your back. So left arm, if you need a strap, use a strap to connect your hands. So left arm goes in front of your left shin. Just like this. So left arm reach forward, and then go like this. Up, but keep it in front of the shin. There you go. Good job. So if your hands don't touch, that's where a strap would be good, is to have a strap in each hand, and then you're holding the strap. So you're squeezing your hands, your arms into your torso, and using the squeeze of your arms to help lengthen your torso forward towards your right leg. Relax your neck. Keep holding onto your hand, sitting your torso up, still holding on, hang your head over to your right. And then from here, releasing your hands. Then from here, left foot comes under, coming into cow face. So watch, left foot goes under, right leg goes over. Feet go as close together as you can get them. So you're up on your knees. Bring your feet as close together as you can get them to each other. And then sit back on your left heel. Sitting on your left heel. Under your left sit bone. Left heel under left sit bone. Good. So over with this one, this gives me a formula. Leg goes over, the arm goes under. Bring your right arm behind your back for cow face. Left arm up. If you need a strap, grab a strap. Chest lifts up. Head stays up. We get involved in the strap. And when we do that, when we bring our head down, we actually make our back wider so our hands are farther apart. So keeping your head up helps to keep our back, our hands closer to each other. The center of the chest goes forward and up. relaxing in your upper back and in your mid back, letting the muscles soften. Gently release hands. Rock forward, coming into knee pile. So the knees move apart, the feet move apart, and sit down in between the feet, having your shins as perpendicular to your knees as you can get them, where you have no wrenching in your knee joints. If you need to sit on a block, that's a good thing to do to keep you up a little bit. We're going to work eagle. The arm that was behind the back is the one that we want to stretch most, so bring your arms up. Moving smoothly, right elbow over left. Shoulders pull down away from your ears, elbows scoop forward and up. Chin down a little bit, that keeps the back of the neck long. As you inhale, simultaneously pushing your elbows forward and inhaling into your upper back. This helps the back stretch not only from the movement of the elbows forward, but of the breath coming in and going towards the back. So you're getting two stretches, one from inside and one from outside your body. Shoulders pull down. And bring your arms down. Bring your hands behind you on the floor. Uncross your legs. Okay, that's it. If we ended there, we'd have a problem. It would be like one side and all stretched out. All right, let's do the other side. Let's see if I can remember all those poses. If I forget a pose, please, a little help would be good. The left knee forward into pigeon. So even though we're laying here, and it's very relaxing, there's still some action going on here. There is a slight extension out through the right leg. From the head of the thigh bone, you're just feeling for stretching out through the right foot. This helps to open up the right hip. And also feeling for actively releasing into your left hip and relaxing, using your breath to soften. Coming into twisting shoelace, sit up slightly. A twisting pigeon, sit up slightly, sit on your left hip. So roll over onto your left hip and bring your left foot parallel, the left shin parallel to the front of the mat. So then from here you have to kind of lift up and bring your chest over the direction of your foot. Because if you still back like this, sitting on your hip, you can't really reach the foot. So you lift up, come over, bring your elbow or armpit into the arch of your left foot, make a fist out of the left hand, right hand goes on top. Extend out strongly through the right leg as you feel for rolling your chest open. Yeah, go in the direction of your foot, yeah. So there's a balance, finding a balance between this effort of pushing and releasing into the stretch. So allow your push to be like momentum, getting you going. Then once you're going, feeling for releasing to go deeper and further into your flexibility. Well, if you can, rest your head in your left hand and bring your right arm behind your back and grab your left thigh. Roll your right shoulder open towards the ceiling. Roll it back, yeah. If you can have a really good hold on that thigh, your left thigh, sit up, keep holding on your thigh, bring your right leg forward. The left foot is kind of out at a right angle. It'd be better just to stay in pigeon. Because then you can work on that flexibility. So lean back, Charlotte. Chest up. Hold on to the foot. Yeah, you can use that foot holding on to your left leg. And then release. Coming back down into, if you're up, coming back down into pigeon. Releasing and then coming into shoulder stretch on the belly. So your left knee goes out to the left at a right angle. Left arm under the chest. So be mindful of the stretch in your shoulder, not going in there too fast. You can put a block on your forehead, you can put your hand under your forehead, you can put a fist under your forehead to limit how much weight goes into your left shoulder there by controlling how quickly that shoulder stretches. As the shoulder warms up, it can stretch easily, but if you force it, it's easy to tear the muscles on the shoulder. If you have flexibility in your left shoulder and in your right thigh, you can bend your right thigh, bend your right knee, reach back and grab your right ankle, pull your right heel towards your buttocks, and you extend out to the right knee, lifting the right thigh off the floor. Have your toes on your left foot flex back. And then release your right leg. Unwinding your left arm, coming into spinal twist with both legs straight. Bring your right arm under your shoulder. Roll over. Bring your left arm behind you on the floor. And straighten your left leg. Grab your left leg with your right hand. Extending out through your right leg, extending out through your left leg, reaching out through your left arm, and sliding your right ribs. So lift your right rib cage off the floor and slide your right ribs to the right. So those right ribs can get stuck on the floor. So if we can lift them up and we can slide over a little bit. Then our back can be a little bit flatter on the floor. Shoulders are on the floor. And close your eyes and feel for extending out through all these different lines of energy. There's the neck, the spine, there's your legs, there's the arms. And kind of all going in varying directions. And if you can experience that like all at once, it's kind of humorous. Bring your left arm in the direction of your left leg, forward fold over left leg. Turn the right toes under. So the right toes are hooked on the mat, reaching out through your right heel from the back of your pelvis. So you're reaching out through the right heel and you're reaching towards your left leg. So this is splits, where they're basically laying on our side, and the splits is a two-legged pose. It's both of the legs working simultaneously. And let go of the foot. And lift your torso up. You're going to bend that foot and bring it forward. So your weight's on your right knee, coming to half splits, bending over your left leg. You can have a block to support you. And have your left leg straight. Your toes of your left foot are on the floor. This stretches the toes and the top of the feet. And bending your left knee, coming into lunge. Lunging forward. Having the block over to the side. Hands on the block. So we're going to do this one here. Left hand is on the left leg. You're lunging forward and you're keeping your torso from moving toward your left leg. So again, straighten your left arm. There you go. And bend your left knee at the same time. So you're lunging forward, that doesn't allow the torso, which really helps increase the stretch on that right leg. And it's always good to practice lifting your toes off the floor with the top of your foot. So lift the toes off your floor, off the right foot. And if you can, supporting yourself, bending your knee, reaching back, grabbing. You're bending your right knee, left arm reaches back and grabs your ankle. Now release the foot. And coming up and sitting back, coming into Virasana, rolling the calf out. So you're rolling your right calf out. Squaring up the hips. Feel like we're pressing down to the top of your right foot as you lay back. And come back slowly so that your knee has time to receive the pose and open up and relax. You're not forcing this pose on your knee. And sitting up. Unwinding the knee and coming into knee pile. The knee crosses over the straight leg. And bend forward. If you need to take time to do what you just did, Amy, that's fine. Yeah, maybe you need that. Inhale and sit up. And bring your left knee wide out. Right knee bent and is wide. Right arm is behind the back, grabbing your left thigh, or your pants, or your waistline. Left hand goes on the right knee. Leaning over toward your left leg, relax your neck. So you're leaning into the arm behind your back, lifting your chest up as you're doing a spinal twist by pulling with your left hand. Right shoulder reaches back. Keep holding on to your right hand, the right knee with the left hand. Release your right arm from behind your back and bring your hand behind your neck, right hand behind your neck, and push your head back into your hand, lifting your chest up. You can even leave your hand there, if that's better for your shoulder, or you can straighten your right arm in the direction of your left foot. Inhale, sitting up, using your right arm to sit up. Bring your right foot flat up on the floor. And reach forward with your right hand and grab your left leg. Pushing out through the foot. What's the grimace about that? I see teeth. It's not a smile. Elizabeth, move your right foot a little bit to the right. So it's not right against the leg. If there's actually space. Yeah. And this gives room for the torso to come forward. Stay leaning forward. Come shin bound, forward fold. So you're reaching around the front of the shin, clasping hands or clasping a strap. So it goes in front of the shin, the other right arm. That's your left arm. So look it up here. So your right arm, which is the one you have your strap in, that's your right arm. That reaches forward, and then around the front. Yes, there you go. And then the other arm comes around with the strap. Good job. Just squeezing your arms around the shin to lengthen your torso out in the direction of your left leg. Keep holding your hands, sit your torso up, and your head over to your left. Keep pulling your right shoulder back away from your ear. And then gently release. And then coming into cow face. This time left over right. Feet as close, come up on your knees. Feet get as close as you can get them to each other. So get those feet as close as you can get them. And sit back on your right heel, under your right sit bone. So sometimes it's helpful if it's balance is a challenge with this, is to put a block under your hip. That's the knee that goes over. And that's a good thing to do, so that'd be on your left hip. So formula, leg over, arm under. So we're doing cow face first. So it'll be your left arm that goes under and up your back from behind. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Head up, Amy. So as you're reaching back for your hand or the strap, keep your head up. Upper back, mid back, muscles soften and relax. As if they were made out of ice and your hands were hot and they were melting. It's solid. elbow slowly relaxing. Right elbow reaches up towards the ceiling. And releasing hands. Coming into knee pile. Rock forward, spread your knees apart. Having your shins as perpendicular to your knees as your knees are comfortable with. So as the arm behind the back, that we're going to go over. Left arm over right. Eagle. Shoulders pull down away from your ears as you scoop elbows forward and out. Arms down. So there were two poses at the beginning that I missed, which is classical spinal twist. We'll catch it up here. So bring your left foot up over your right knee. Just bring it up. Yep. And then bring your left arm behind you on the floor. You either have your elbow hooking around the front of your left knee or hooking over, whichever you get the most length out of the spine. If you hook your elbow over the knee and you're all collapsed, that's not such a good thing for twisting. So if you hook the elbow around the front of the knee, you can get a more length in your torso. And then release the center. And then coming into knee pile, or shoelace, which is this one. So keep that left knee on top. And then we come forward. We walked our hands forward, listening for that first line of resistance, which may be farther out since we've done so much to stretch the side already. Or it may not, maybe it's still close. Part of our job and our practice is learning to understand what our body is saying. What is, wait a minute, feel like? And come up slightly, doing 3 rounds of Uddiyana. Once you finish those, sit all the way up and straighten your leg. And then watch. So we've gotten our hips, you can feel them kind of warmed up. So we're going to use this to get a little deeper. So watch first. So this is leg behind the head with a strap. So the strap goes behind your head and you hold the strap as close to your foot as you can from behind your head, not in front. If you can reach your foot, then you grab your foot. The other hand is grabbing the opposite knee. So there's two directions. This arm is pulling, this leg is pulling the right arm through, the left leg is pulling the other arm, the foot towards the back of the head. So that pulls the shoulder by the knee. Those of you who are more flexible won't need a strap. So let's all start with the right leg. Strap on the right leg. So you have the leg, the foot, the strap is behind the head. The other knee is bent, put the foot flat on the floor. Grab right below the knee, not too low because you won't have good leverage. And then pull your knee so that it pulls your right shoulder. So you're pulling your left knee. So look at Elizabeth. Yeah, you're doing right with the right hand. Now move the left knee away from your face. There you go. Grab a little higher on the knee instead of so low. Yes. There you go. So at the same time you're pulling that left knee, you're pulling the right foot. Those of you who are really flexible can grab the left knee with both hands. You don't need that other arm to keep your foot behind your head. And gently release. This pose is kind of like you've just been run over. It's just like, it's very deep. So other side. And then releasing your foot behind the head, releasing your other leg down to the floor. Have both feet flat on the floor and lift your feet up off the floor. Have your knees straight over
over your pelvis, so you're not pulling your knees towards your chest. And then with the arms straight, put your hands right on top of your knees. So your arms are straight, your knees are straight up over your pelvis, and then make really small circles. So not bending your elbows while you're doing this. The elbows stay straight. You're just making small circles right on your sacrum. So the very back of your pelvis. Go in each direction a number of times, switching directions. And then put your feet down, cross your right ankle over your left knee. If you can get your right ankle under your left shin, do that, or under your left ankle. Spinal twist. And then lower your knees to your left. Draw your knees up towards your chest. Reaching out to your right arm. You can put your left hand on your right knee to pull your knees down towards the floor. And then undo your ankles, bring your knees back up to center. Other side, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Put your left ankle under your right ankle. Left foot under your right ankle. Do that if you can't, you'll get plenty out of it. Lower your knees to the right. Pulling your knees up towards your chest. Reach out to your left arm. And then uncross your ankles. Bring your feet and knees back to center. And straighten your legs, setting yourself up for final relaxation pose, Shavasana. The legs are straight, feet are mat distance apart, so going out to the corner of your mat. Tucking your tailbone up, lengthen your low back. Tuck your shoulder blades down your back, and tuck your chin towards your chest. They lengthen the back of the neck.
deep ujjayi breath. Filling your body from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. So inhaling till you can't inhale anymore, and exhale until you're completely empty. And bring your arms above your head on the floor. Point your toes. Give your body a big stretch. Stretching out through your arms, stretching out through your hands. And bend your knees, roll over onto your right side. Taking a couple of breaths, laying on your right side. And then sit up. Bring your hands together at your chest. Just checking in with your body, with your pelvis, with your hips, with your shoulders and neck. Exhale everything out. Inhale fully. Namaste. Thank you for your stretchy practice today. Hopefully you got deeply into some legs.